by Dallas make it hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness, what's going on today? It's a celebration today. It is. It's a celebration on the day. What's going on? Everybody in the house, welcome once again to the one and the only. This is happy to report 4 years later. This is the Big Time Show podcast that has lasted for 4 years. Today is the anniversary of the Big Time Show. Today marks the 4th year of the show. I am excited. Nobody else has to be excited. I mean, even though I'm quite sure some of you will be excited for me. But, 4 years talking. So today means a lot to me because of this show. It's my anniversary. And let me go ahead and correct myself. It is, for some of you, it is our anniversary because a lot of you have been with me. Some of you have been with me actually from the very first show. I don't know if they will be here. Some, of course, moved on. It's not a big deal, but the support for 4 years for the show has been ever increasing. And, of course, the show obviously has grown tremendously since the very beginning. Started in the pandemic. During that time, we couldn't even go to our own mailboxes. If you remember, we couldn't. You were masked up. You had gloves on. You couldn't even holler. You couldn't sneeze without somebody looking at you crazy. You wouldn't shake hands. You had, of course, you remember the term social distancing and all that type of stuff. And because I was in the house, we couldn't go to our own jobs. Most of us could not, for fear of possibly getting sick and all that type of stuff. So of course, some of you know I work in the education system in a school. So obviously, we didn't want to put ourselves in a position to have to get sick or anything like that, or the possibility of it. So I was at the house and couldn't really do anything, other than be with the family and scroll and play and all that type of stuff. Play with my freshly newborn son. Well, he was at the time. Let me see. He was 4 years old at the time when I started. So obviously being with him. And so it was just a crazy idea. And much of it, if you remember, for those that really been my Facebook friend at least, um, um, I I was doing what I call the Cowboy report, where I would get on my Facebook page and go live and do essentially what I'm doing now. I'll just do it on Facebook Live. And I just called the Cowboy Report. I didn't know anything about podcasts, and I really wasn't doing it. I was just sharing my love for the Cowboys, and you know what I'm saying. That's all I was doing. Uh, and then it hit me that people doing podcasts and all that. And I was like, well, shoot, I'm essentially doing that now. I mean, so I turned what I was already doing into a podcast. If you've been on my Facebook page today, you see how I started. I started um, doing. I had a food tray, two of them. I had a laptop and I had a mic, um, and started there, um, doing everything. I think the first time at that time I was on Podbean. And I know I ain't spoke to everybody, but y'all just gotta forgive me. I'm on my little roll. I was on my little uh, oh well. I appreciate all those. I'm looking at the comments now. Appreciate all you, everybody, whether you're a fan of the Cowboys or a hater. Well, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Started on Podbean, you guys, where I went live, but I wasn't like I am now. It was really just my voice, just doing it then, and then I transitioned, of course, to doing it, getting it on Facebook as well, and YouTube. Started a YouTube channel, started a Twitch channel, started a Twitter. I've already had Twitter, but started going live on Twitter. And here, make a long story short, y'all, here we are today. So I have a lot of people to thank, and and we'll go on to the show. Just reminiscing, y'all. Appreciate it so much. This is a great day for me in doing that, and I cheer myself. I don't need no fanfare. I don't need nothing like. I'm just happy. So, yeah, man, appreciate you. So, let me see what's going on. Eastside Harold with his hating self in the building. Miss Ty in the building. Um, Joe, what's going on? Joe's been with me for a while. Lee, what's going on? Brother Shane Odom, he's been with me for a while. What's going on? Lee, how you doing? Freedy, never met you before, but appreciate you popping in. You're a Chief fan, okay? Unfortunately, this is not a cheap podcast, but you're more than welcome to stay. Uh, ALEIG. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you popping on. Phyllis, who's obviously not a Cowboy fan, but welcome to the show. Jay Bryant, appreciate you, man. Yeah, I feel like a king today. That's. I had to break the crown out today. It's my anniversary, so I feel like I'm one of the best in the game. I've been said, but not because I said it. I've been told that by some of the best in the game. So I appreciate that. So I feel kingly today. That's what I appreciate it. So I don't even know who Phyllis is, Joe, but you know me. One of the things that I've done, I will say, is that not too many people on my show have gotten blocked. The only time I block people when they're racial. You know what I'm saying? Or you get one of these bloggers in that do some, sexual type requests, not to me per se, but I'm saying, y'all, if you've been with me, you've seen some of that stuff. These scammers that come on. Those are the only people I block. I don't mind. This kind of like a fan show. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind as long as everybody respect. I kind of built this show as this. This is kind of like our voice. It's just not my show. I just kind of facilitated or moderated. But I don't mind people. You ain't got to be a Cowboy fan to hang with me. Because I'm not a fan of your team. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a. But I don't talk about your team. I talk unless we playing them. I'm a Cowboy fan, and this is what we do. Listen, I want to say, hey, Nisi, thank you. Hey, Nisi, I appreciate you. Hey, everybody share. Hey, everybody do me a favor on this anniversary. Let's everybody act right. We've been doing this for a few years now. Let me go ahead and say it now. Hit the like button for me if you don't mind. Smash it. On the day since this anniversary day, I need at least 25 likes from everybody. It ain't gonna take you long. Less than a minute just to smash it. Just bam, 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 bam. If you're on YouTube, you can double tap the screen. You'll see an emoji come up. You can do that. If you're on Facebook, you know how to push the like button. You can do that as well. If you want to contribute to the podcast, if you're on Facebook, you can do the stars. The stars are there for you. If you're on YouTube, you can go do the super chat right there, and you can do that as well. I'm gonna make sure that I got it activated. I think I do, but I'm gonna make sure that it is going on right now. Um, let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Y'all forgive me here. I should have did this before, but I wasn't thinking. Thinking now. If you haven't subscribed to my show, why not? Why not? I'm one of the best. It just ain't no question about it. I am one of the best. I'm not being braggadocious. I'm just telling the truth. And the truth shall set you free. I want to thank uh, everybody. First of all, I want to thank, uh, let's go with this first. I want to thank her, uh, Miss Atkins there. She has a very integral part of the show. She has a lot of these designs, like these backgrounds you see. Her and Miss Key Williams have been the ones that have given me my backgrounds. They've helped me in production of the show, things along that nature, helping me getting my paperwork together and everything. Without these people, um, I definitely wouldn't be where I am. So that is everybody's anniversary on the day. So I want to thank her for sure for the help that she's done uh, from the very beginning. Hey, appreciate it. I got a super chat, man. Thank you so much. Hey, Nisa, you didn't have to do that, but I appreciate you. Hopefully, since you've been hanging with me, hopefully I said some right things. But I appreciate you, Miss Nisa. That's super chat. Uh, Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I want to thank also, the list goes on, people that helped me get to where I am now. My very first show, and I'm going to talk about some Cowboy stuff in just a minute, but I just want to get all this out of the way. Um, my very first show, I had two people that listened to me on Podbean. You know, nobody knows who you are. You had two people. I talked like I was talking to, 10,000. Uh, and of course, the more I kept putting it out, trying to promote it, advertise it, all that type of stuff, it grew to the point where I said, I need to go live like I am now instead of just having the voice, put a face to it. And I did that. Show started growing. Make the long story short, 4 years ago it went from two, started at two, and now on YouTube, I have right at close to 2,600 or 25, 20, close to over to 2,000, right at 2,600. Compared to my brothers, they ain't nothing but for me, considering I don't really only go on twice a week, because I really don't have a lot of time. Um, that's pretty good for me. Facebook, I have right at close to 2,000. In Twitter, I have right at, I really don't concentrate on Twitter a lot, but I have, I think, right at 700, somewhere in that area that follow the show. So the show has grown to, pretty much almost right at 4,400 people who have subscribed to the show. So the way I see that is that if I'm 4 years in and I got over 4,000, that means I'm averaging a year of new membership in one platform or another, right at over 1,000 people a year. That's pretty good for me. You know what I'm saying? For me. And so I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat here. This is Terry. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Terry's been with me for a while too. So the show has grown. It is constantly growing. It's getting better. The season is starting. I try to be consistent with my 2 days. Of course, I will pop in some. I try to do a few videos and stuff. Just to keep the show relevant. Try to keep it uplifted. People, have gotten kind of used to me now. It's like that. So I'm appreciative to all of you, the family, whether you knew or whether you have been with me for a while. I appreciate it very much. I got to thank my brothers who have had me on their shows. I'm just going to tag them. Maybe they'll pop in, maybe they won't. Most of them are busy, uh, and I understand it. I'm just going to. First of all, it would help if I spelled it right, wouldn't it? I want to thank the first one to have me on the show was West Coast Cowboy. I want to thank him for all the talk and all that. Appreciate that. Next one that had me on this show was, of course, Boss Cowboy, who's been on my show a lot. Boss Cowboy Sports. And I want to thank Law Nation, my brother Law. Kind of hard to get him on, but we've talked. I'm just tagging these guys. Maybe they'll pop on. If y'all know them, just tell them I'm thanking them. Been on, of course, with Henny, HTN Sports. New brother of mine, friend of mine, the one and only landlord. That's my guy. All these people have been, either I've been on their shows or they've been on my shows. I know it's some more. I'm just forgetting. Jake Silva of Jake the Snake. He changed his show title, so I forgot. I don't know what it is now, but I'm gonna type his name in because he knows who I am. Y'all forgive me. I just want to thank people, So I promise you, I'm gonna talk just a little Cowboy stuff for those that popped on. I just want to thank everybody that I know. All of my exactly. Thank you for putting them in, Nathan. My new brother, recent guy who's been on with me on my shows on a few occasions. Love his work. I mean, this is the most recent guy. I ain't a Cowboy fan. Hey Randy S. I don't know if it's just the Cowboys year. Nobody can predict it. It's gonna be somebody here, one team. That's what it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be ours. To answer your question. Hey y'all, why do just like Randy? I'm watching at the same time when I'm typing. If y'all want to type your questions in or whatever, I ain't talking Cowboy stuff yet. I'm coming. But I'm looking. This is really just an appreciation show. With just a little training camp stuff that's mixed in that I'm gonna get to in a minute. But y'all forgive me. It's my 4th year anniversary. I got people to thank, and I'm thanking them. So I hope you guys will be patient or hang with me or whatever the case may be. I'm just excited for doing it. Kid Cowboy, I see you in here. What's going on? I appreciate 4 years. Today is the 4th year anniversary of the show. Today, August 3rd, 2020, in the pandemic, I started the Big Time Show. 2 people on the first show on Podbean, and now, I have thousands of people that follow me. So I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful. JV B Boy, how you doing, man? Appreciate all of you guys for popping in. I haven't been on this show, but I love been on the show with the OC, with Boss. Um, these are the people that who said I was this, said I was that when I really was a nobody. But I guess they just like my style or whatever the case may be. And we've gotten, if there was a podcast family, I think we call ourselves the DC Universe, where it's a bunch of us together and we all on each other's shows and all that type of stuff. So I'm proud to be a part of that, with some real go-getters. I mean, Boss and West and Law, of course. These are the 3 guys that have really mastered this game and have really elevated themselves to a very high level when it comes to uh, Dallas Cowboy content. And for them just to call my name out, man, I appreciate it. What's up, cuz? Oh, I see my cousin in here, Gerald. What's going on? Um, I'm proud. I'm proud. Hey, thank you so much, Jacob the Master. I saw a question in here earlier. He said, "What's the weakest position on the team right now?" Defensive tackle, if you ask me, Randy. Defensive tackle. A lot of that is due to the unknown. We just don't know about a lot of stuff. Even with Mozzie being there, we just don't know how he's going to come back. We know about OC, and OC was a part of the people that were getting ran over. We couldn't stop the run. And then all these other guys who they had, we don't know nothing about it. So I say that's the weakest spot. Jacob says, "Congrats, Big Time, and God bless. Keep pushing." Man, I'm going to try to, man. I ain't going nowhere. Terry says it's free safety. I don't think we got a problem in the safety secondary at all. If anything, our problem is how we're going to put these guys on the field, Terry. I mean, we got some guys who are proven, if you ask me. Are you worried about the running back situation? Yes. 17 weeks, yes. If you got to have a committee, running back committee, that must mean you really don't have one solid one at all, even though everybody loves Zeke. Um, Zeke is not the same one. Yeah, I heard about it, Jay Recruiter. Jay Recruiter says still look bad today. Y'all trying to give me the cowboy talk, and I'm trying to thank folks. Y'all, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna talk cowboy talk. I'm trying to make sure I think about. JVB boy says, "Are you concerned over the contract situations?" I done talked about it just about every day over the whole summer. That ought to answer your question. uh, you know, you can fool some people all the time, but then there's some people you just can't fool. And considering that the Dallas Cowboys could have taken care of some of these situations a long time ago and haven't done it, you always are going to get in front of the camera and say, well, we're working on it and we're trying to get it and all that type of stuff. You're not going to get in front of the camera saying, we ain't going to pay Dak Prescott. You see what I'm saying? They ain't going to do that. They ain't gonna say, well, we don't want to pay CD Lamb 30. They ain't gonna say that. They just gonna say we're gonna work on it. They don't want to do that. And in CD's case, I'm really not worried about it. The only thing I'm worried about is his mentality. Because see, he can't go nowhere. Even if the Cowboys don't pay him, he has a contract this year, $17 million. If he don't play in the regular season, he's gonna lose just about $1 million a game. I just can't see him giving up that type of money. That's me. I don't know his financial situation. It is what it is. But also keep in mind, as far as next year, they can franchise him. So I mean, he's not going anywhere. They can do it twice, actually. So CD really does not have leverage. You know what I'm saying? We all know he's outplayed his contract, but the Cowboys want to be a total, play total hardball. They really don't have to pay him, to be honest with you. Got a super chat here, Terry Turner. Appreciate you, Terry. He says Hooker don't make plays, just tackles, get a playmaker. I see why you say you talking about the safety. I got you. So I ain't worried about CD. Now, if you're worried about the quarterback, now we're talking a whole different ball game. And I don't think it'd take this long to find out. Jerry, his famous words where he want to see where the tea leaves fell, remember? And, you let a lot of leaves fall and you knew it wasn't going to get no better. So I think he's purposely not paying that. I think their mind is already made up. They don't want to pay that amount of money. And, it's up to them. You can't blame them for not wanting to spend their own money. They don't want to pay $57 to $60 million a year. That's because they could have been paid that, even for cheaper. Even for cheaper. At the time, they wouldn't have handled the business. So I just really believe that they're just feeding the press this and saying they're talking that and all that type of stuff. They know what it's gonna take to get it done, and they know that if he don't get it here, he'll get it somewhere else. And they may have just chosen to say, "Hey, you get it from somewhere else." But Dak will play. He's getting paid this year, nice salary. This season, and he can go on if they don't get it done. I just really feel like that's the case. So when you add it all up, they could have done CD. I think they're a little shocked, however, about the wide receiver position a little bit. And I'm gonna tell you who messed it up for him. It was not Justin Jefferson. Everybody knew Justin Jefferson was gonna get paid what he was getting paid. Okay, everybody knew that. But what messed them up really, it was not AJ Brown, because AJ was one of those top guys. Now they might have been but he's not getting paid 30. He's still in this 20. I forgot what AJ is, 27, 28, whatever million a year. The one that messed it up for all these wide receivers was St. Brown from Detroit. If y'all don't know, St. Brown is getting paid over $30 million. St. Brown is not, he's not recognized as one of the top 3 or 4 wide receivers in the league. But he's that valuable to Detroit. And Detroit paid him $30 million a year. Well, that messed up everything for when he got paid. Then Jefferson came. and got what he got. And now CD is sitting there, and then Chase is waiting, and all these type guys. That's what kind of messed up. They didn't think that maybe the wide receiver position was going to go over $30 million, but St. Brown from Detroit is the one that changed the whole game up. So I'm quite sure they're a little shocked on that. See what I'm saying? It was not Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson's CD's job was just to see who was going to get paid first. But in between waiting on seeing who was going to get paid first, the Detroit Lions paid St. Brown. I forgot his name, Amar St. Brown, or whatever his name is. And Brown got paid $30 million a year. When the CD and Justin Jefferson started laughing, they were so happy because they already knew what was getting ready to go down next. Then Jefferson got paid, so he reset the market. Now you got CD, and you're gonna have Chase behind him, and the price tag is only gonna go up. You see what I'm saying? So that is the one, in my opinion, that changed the game for the wide receiver. Remember, St. Brown got paid first, and then Justin Jefferson got paid. So if AJ got paid, but he was under $30 million a year. You see what I'm saying? The other kid, Devontae Smith, who signed for less obviously than AJ, but he got paid over $20 million a year. That's the kind of stuff, Tyreek is there. Tyreek Hill from the Dolphins gonna go back to the table in a minute. I feel like that, and say, y'all know I'm the best wide receiver in the game. And Tyreek has an argument, and I wouldn't be surprised if he going to Miami Dolphins one day and say, "Hey, y'all better do something now. I got to get it." I wouldn't be surprised. But it was Amar St. Brown. St. Brown is the one that did it. He did it. He's the one that made this thing go where it is as far as the wide receiver market is, to me now. And so there's no hiding for the wide receiver position, especially if you got one of those ones. This is the market. We talking about an all-pro wide receiver. You have no choice. You gotta pay. And so that's why I believe if I believe the way that it's looking to me, I hope I'm wrong. Gurney, he got it first. But Tyreek, to me, is one of those guys that wants to be recognized as the best and wants to be paid the best. You're right, he just got it. But Justin Jefferson just got paid more. And I think Tyreek is one of those ones that may come back to the table and say, man, y'all got to pay me. That's the way I see Tyreek. I may be wrong on that point, but you can just imagine in just a few more, whether it's this year or next year, if Hill stays the same, he's going to be the fourth highest paid because Jefferson is getting paid more than him. CD will get paid more than him. Jamar Chase from Cincinnati will get paid more than him. Amar St. Brown probably, they're getting the same thing. See, that's why I was saying he messed it up. Amar St. Brown is getting paid the same amount as Tyreek Hill. You know something wrong with that. I'm not saying St. Brown is raggedy by no means. He's a good receiver. But I'm saying that he ain't on Tyreek Hill level. There's no way. He's just not. He's not. And I believe Tyreek will go back to the table once he sees that he's fourth. That's just me. I may be wrong. I have nothing to make that happen like that. I don't know. It very well may be. He may not be worth it, but that's what they paid him, Gurney. See what I'm saying? Detroit think he's worth that. And so it is what it is. So Yeah, thank you for that, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. Today, if those that are coming in late, today is August the 3rd, 2020 was the first episode of the Big Time Show. Started out just going on Podbean. Here we are, still going strong 4 years later. I am very happy today. Um, the show that was just a hobby has turned into a brand. Um, the shows, excuse me, the channel has been everybody. I mean, my shows have been monetized. Excuse me, my channels have been monetized. I didn't plan it out to be there. I was just having fun talking about my team. That's all. And it turned into something else. So um, my YouTube channel is monetized. My Facebook channel is monetized. Um, and hey, I mean, it's just hey. They always say if you do something that you love, things will just follow. So I guess I'm on a testimony to that. You see what I'm saying? So um, it's turned into something else. It's turned into, yes, it's turned into a side income. Yes. Um, I guess you can categorize it as a hustle if you want to say that. Uh, I'm just still having fun. I ain't doing but talking about the Dallas Cowboys with an occasional bit of the Los Angeles Lakers. Um, that's what I do. Let me also say this on a serious note, and I'll get back to Cowboy talk in a minute. This show has also produced um, days to people's lives because if you've been with me for a while, you will notice that every now and then this show has turned into almost kind of like a personal counseling session. Most of you know that I am an assistant pastor here in Memphis. I am a preacher. Uh, and every now and then it turns into something else um, that I've had people that want to give up on life. It's happened. Um, and they're still living. So there you go. So the show was a vehicle to, it's only happened one time to keep people going uh, without taking their life. And then on that note, I want to also thank, even though I'm not with the network anymore, I want to thank Mr. Ian Hill um, of the network that I was on. Um, it was, you know, uh, just a, all we wanted to do was save men's lives, particularly in the suicide area. So I was all up for it. I didn't need to be on another channel. I was doing fine by myself. I didn't need nobody. I didn't need the assistant or nothing. I didn't do it. I was just fell in love with the vision and the initiative, and just immediately joined. And it was successful there as well. Um, and I appreciate him for allowing me to be on the network. So the show is turned. The show has been good to other people. I'm still here, still going strong. I have no desire to stop. Shoot, especially not mean the season ain't even started yet. When the season starts, that's when it gets real fun then. So I'm expecting the show to even growing, uh, even more um, than what it is now. I'm gonna be honest, I ain't put a goal on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and I'm gonna claim this for my brother, the angry Cowboy fan too. We're going to get. Uh, let's see. Let's shoot for it. And mine may be low. I'm gonna shoot. And I'm gonna claim this for angry Cowboy fan too. We're going to get 2,000 more subscribers before the season ends. How about that? Ain't Cowboy fan, come on, claim it with me, man. Let's shoot for it. We can shoot for it, and Let's just shoot for. I'm putting out a faith type thing. Let's shoot for. Let's get 2,000 more subscribers, and we gonna do the work. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do the work. That's gonna be we. Oh, that was your goal. I ain't Cowboy fan. See, I ain't want to do this to you, but that's the Holy Spirit working there. We on the same page. Oh wow, 2,000. Let's claim it. We're gonna claim that, and the show will grow and all that type of stuff. Because we're getting ready to have fun now. Because really football is back with the preseason starting and Cowboys playing on the 11th. Uh, we ready to really crank this thing up. On that note, so the show is going to do well. Yeah, appreciate you, JB boy. Yeah, let's do it. Let's crank this thing up. I had sponsors. I had a few sponsors for the show. Um, so hopefully we can get that back going. Had sponsors for the show. Listen, if you have a business, I guess I can promote right here. If you have a business and you want to promote your business, no matter where you are, here on the Big Time Show and become a sponsor, you can do it. You can do it. I got contracts. I can fax you a contract, and Hey, I appreciate you, man. You're a Birds fan. Are you an Eagle fan, Gurney? Because usually when you say Birds, I gotta ask which Birds you talking about. The St. Louis Cardinals, or the Philadelphia Eagles, or Arizona Cardinals. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if you're a baseball fan. You gotta be specific. I believe you're an Eagle fan. But listen, that right there is kind of what my show represents. Oh, you're a Philly fan. I got you. So with that shows you somewhat of the respect um, that the show has gathered. That even you know, I'm not a beat you up type guy. I'm a Cowboy fan, and I don't like the Eagles, but the Eagles don't like the Cowboys. But I respect, but they're fans and all that. I ain't gonna embarrass you here on the show and all that type of stuff. See, I'm older. You see what I'm saying? I think that's why the older crowd like me a little bit more than most people because I'm older. I'm 51 years old, and a lot of my followers are older people. So, and look, if you're young, don't take this because I don't know how y'all. You see what I'm saying? Don't get offended by what I'm getting ready to say, because I don't know you. I ain't sat down with you. I ain't talked to you on the phone. Don't get offended. People are easily offended these days. But older people generally are talk with a little more wisdom. In some cases, talk like they got some sense, and we ain't just hating. But we gonna protect our team. Now. We ain't just let you just talk bad. I think that's why older people like me. So, and I appreciate that. I got stats that I can look and see what age group is looking at me. And my age group that looks at me is between 35 and 50. That's where most of my people that watch me come from. So I realize that I appeal more to the older crowd. See, Gurney says I'm 47. See what I'm saying? See, I'm one of these realistic Cowboy fans. If they playing horrible, I say they horrible. And then if they're playing great, I say they playing great. And at the same time, I give respect to your team. If y'all playing good, I look stupid saying that y'all playing horrible when y'all 15-1. I mean, it just don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So I know my audience, and I guess I just keep it real. I just keep it real. Now, I'm gonna come back to the show and everything that is done. Let me go and talk just one bit of Cowboy talk with this. That's right, TA 45. See what I'm saying? My older crowd can't see. Older crowd don't want to talk to these crazy young folks. I'm just saying. I ain't knocking my brothers. I ain't knocking none of them because they all younger than I am. And I'm not saying here because they some of the greatest. I'm sorry. Is one more person I need to thank. Um, and I want to give her respect. And that is one of the people that I think is outstanding. She just doesn't have the numbers. But just because you don't have the numbers, I didn't have the numbers either when I first started. But I thought my content was pretty good. That's why the show grew. And that's this person right here, Craven Cowboys. That young lady there is incredible. And for those that follow her, she is dynamic. I put her up against anybody, and I'm gonna have her on my show a lot more. She jumped on I think twice with me. She is incredible. She's one of the best. She may not have the numbers like a lot of us do, but let me tell you something. When she talks, you listen, because she knows what she's talking about. And so I want to thank her for her contribution to the show as well. One more person that I need to thank, since I'm talking about that before I talk Cowboy talk, is my brother right here in Memphis who does the same thing that I do. Yes, sir, JB boy. I'm glad y'all recognize it. Y'all know her too. Um, and this is this guy. And if you haven't subscribed to him, what's up, Keystone? Keystone Cowboy's been on my show before in these 4 years on the day. And I appreciate him, um, Keystone, for popping in on my show during these years. That's my guy. He's a bad boy. And I also want to thank this guy, and that is Mr. Cowboy Nation himself, literally my hometown guy who's right here with me here in Memphis. We've done shows together. Mr. Cowboy Nation, Jerome, that's my guy. And actually, I think I'm supposed to be on his show starting out in a couple more weeks coming up. So I want to thank him he's a great podcaster in his own right. I want to thank him as well. Keystone, again, who's been on the show, been with me when I was just really starting out. Uh, you know, hang with me, and Keystone, of course, if you know him, you know how valuable he is to the universe with his research, especially in draft time. Keystone is I don't know nobody better, and I'm not saying it because he's on here. I'm just saying it because it's the truth. There's only one other person that really dives into the draft. I ain't just talking about first round picks. I'm talking about first round picks all the way to the undrafted free agents. That's how cold Keystone. The only one person I know that was like that was Boss. Boss is the only other person I know. Boss Cowboy is the only other person that I know does a complete analysis of the draft. Boss to the point where even, he does a book every year. Most of you have it. That him and Keystone are just, I don't have the time. You know what I'm saying? They are the best in the game as far as I'm concerned. Other than Mel Kiper and those type dudes, that's on ESPN. Those are the guys that we lean on heavily when it comes to draft analysis, knowing about players, and all that type of stuff. So Keystone is one of the best. He's been on this show and supported me for these 4 years, and I appreciate you, Keystone. Appreciate you. Now, Cowboy talk. Because all y'all here ain't just listen. For my anniversary, I don't demand it, but I'm almost semi-demanding. I need y'all to hit that like button for me today. If it's any day, I need y'all to hit the like button. Please do so right now. I know if you've done it before, do it again. If you did 25 for me, this will make 50. 25 is the minimum that I need. If you're on Facebook, by the time you finish smashing that thumb, maybe about for 20 seconds, probably less than that, you'll be done with that'll be 50 by itself. Shoot, 25 likes on Facebook ain't gonna take you no more than about 6 or 7 seconds. YouTube, hit that like button. You can double tap your screen. Give me 25. I consider that my anniversary gift from you guys to me. See, it didn't cost you anything. See what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Hit that for me. I appreciate it. Now, let's do Cowboy talk. This is the part that I want to talk about, and this just is one thing today. I could talk about several things, to be honest with you, but I ain't going to do that to y'all. Let me start off, I do one. A lot of y'all want Trey Lance. Well, you done heard, I ain't going to even play around with y'all. You done heard, just like everybody else, that Trey Lance don't look right. Bottom line. Y'all begged for him. I kept telling y'all it's a reason why he was third string. I kept telling y'all it's a reason why San Francisco gave up on him just like that, just for a fourth round pick after spending so much to move up in the draft to get him in the first round. It's a reason why. Okay? It's a reason why I said Cooper Rush is better than Trey Lance. It ain't even close. All right? So if you've been paying attention to training camp and you're a Cowboy fan, you already know Trey Lance does not look good. Footwork ain't right. Throwing in multiple interceptions. And I ain't talking about the ones you just taking a chance on. I'm talking about not seeing the field well. I told y'all, Trey Lance ain't played enough football to be thinking about y'all talking about it. You turn the keys over to Trey Lance. Now y'all quiet. The chat line dead right now. So y'all ain't writing nothing now. I told you what time it was. Now you're hearing about what I've been saying all summer long. He's not ready. He ain't ready to be the backup quarterback. Cooper Rush is way better than Trey Lance. And if you've been seeing the videos, you see that he just, and keep in mind, y'all, a lot of the videos y'all saw was him in shorts with no pass rush, with nothing. What in the world y'all think he's going to look like when people get in his face? So I'm interested to see how he's going to play in the preseason. But I don't have no real expectations for Trey Lance. I told y'all he ain't right. He ain't played enough. And now you're hearing some of the basic things. He's learning. His footwork is not right. He's not seeing the field well. He's struggling. This is all you done heard. You saw a video yesterday, I believe, where you finally saw him complete a bomb that he threw to I forgot the young receiver name, that he hit him, dropped in like dropped it in the bucket. Good pass. But the sun shine on a dog tail every now and then. My God, he practicing non-stop throwing the ball. Y'all, finally got a highlight. God bless him. I got that. That's cool. Trey Lance ain't better than Cooper Rush. I ain't even worried about the Dak Prescott comparison. Trey Lance is an athlete. He can run better than any quarterback we got. I'll give you that one. That's it. He can run. But as far as playing the position of quarterback, Trey Lance ain't it. But that ain't really what I want to talk about. Y'all ain't putting nothing in the chat now. See, you done got quiet because a few of y'all here I done seen was begging for Trey Lance. Y'all know he ain't good. Y'all just don't like Dak that much. But Dak is way better than Trey Lance. Way. It ain't even a discussion. But forget Dak. Climb the ladder first. Get better than Cooper Rush. You got a long way to go before that happens. On the bigger and better things. He's playing just the way he really is. A third string quarterback. That's what he is. All right? Bottom line. Now, this is the one that I want to talk about today. If you've been paying attention to training camp, here is the thing. This is why we say it. Don't be in a rush to put people in starting lineups when they haven't done anything yet, especially those people that are coming out of college. And we had 2 rookies that on the offensive line that everybody penciled in as a starter. Everybody did. I didn't. A lot of y'all saw the Kansas State tape of BB, and you saw the tape of Tyler Guyton. Appreciate you. What's up, Coach Marv? Coach Marv has been with me from the beginning. Just about, well, not directly from the beginning, but he's been with me for a while now. Appreciate you, Coach. And we all know Coach Marv has been a contributor to this my show for years now. So thank you, Coach Marv. It wouldn't be show wouldn't be what it is without your contribution. People look forward to hearing you, obviously, on my show and all the other shows, Boss Cowboy shows, um, especially the watch parties and all that. So Coach Marv is a very respected voice in the content game, no doubt about it. So, and I consider it an honor for him to uh, support me. I must be saying something pretty decent. Coach Marv don't be on everybody's show, you know. Um, Here it is. So while we penciled in prematurely, I may add, our two young rookies in the offensive line, everybody forgot that they had to prove it on the field. All right. Not coming against them, but they had to prove it. All right. So let's deal with that real quick. Let's get the obvious one out the way first. Tyler Guyton. What's coming out of camp, and some of you guys have seen obviously the video, but everybody's saying, beyond a few plays on videos, the ones that are not being put out there is that Tyler Guyton, who remember on my show, so as he was drafted, a lot of you said, some of you saying, oh my God, rookie left tackle. I told you guys, I said, well, he's going to be a little bit differently because of who he has to see in practice. And some of you said, well, it ain't going to be the real thing. I said, yes, it will. Yes, it will. Because if he was going to be the presumed starter at left tackle, he has to get baptized into this league rather quickly. And I told you guys, there ain't nobody better than to get him right than DeMarcus Lawrence and Michael Parsons. They would go at him as if it was the last play of the Super Bowl, because that's their job. They got to get this young kid on point. And then we would look at the schedule. We done it, several times, but y'all know who we playing from week 1 all the way to week 8. You see what I'm saying? So we had to get them right. And sure enough, what did you hear out of practice? Michael Parsons going against Tyler Guyton. Marcus Lawrence going against Tyler Guyton. I told you what was going to happen. And they going at him. But guess what has happened? My man has stood the ground, and what everybody is saying, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. He's handling Michael. Y'all saw the video. Michael rushing hard, too. He's quick enough. Of course, he's going to get whooped every now and then. He's a rookie. What else you expect? But he looks good. He looks like he can handle the position. The guys are saying he's a problem. He's going to be a problem because he got 6'7". He's 6'7" with a long wingspan and has some quick feet. So he can get out there on those speed rushes. He looks good. He's handled Michael Parsons. Everybody's saying it. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's handled DeMarcus Lawrence. So it's for me, it's easy for me to see. They can talk about whatever they want to talk about. But I just really believe it's I think it shouldn't be any question that this dude will be our starting left tackle against Cleveland week 1. I think that is his job to lose. I think he's moved ahead of Moga, or whatever you call it, Cheeto, Moga, whatever. He's moved in front of him. Certainly, that's really the only name. Richards, if you want to bring his name out, he's moved ahead of those guys. So I just really believe he's going to be it. He's still a rookie, and he's He still got to deal with some monsters coming up. Miles Garrett and T.J. Watt and Hutchinson from Detroit and a kid from Baltimore and Jordan from New Orleans. I mean, he got some monsters to deal with. Bosa from San Francisco. I mean, he gonna have to deal with some people. But look who's training him per se. Look who's training him is Lawrence and Demarcus Lawrence and Michael Parsons. It don't get no better than that, y'all. As far as training them goes, putting something on him, beat his brains out. I mean, it don't get no better than that. So I'm happy to hear that report. Now let's get to the one that y'all thought was the automatic starter, and you were worried about Guyton. You thought BB was a starter. Well, you heard. And we said this at the beginning, that he was a guard, even though he played the position. Not primarily, but he's played 4 spots on the line at Kansas State, which is good. But he's primarily a guard. That's what BB really is. And if the truth be told, I believe that when the Cowboys got him, I believe that they saw the future past Zach Martin. That's what I thought, that he would be the replacement for Zach Martin. I don't think Zach Martin gonna be here next year, and that's what I thought they got. Certainly, if you were talking about center, I just don't think that was it. Even though they come out and a lot of people were saying he would be the center. Well, he won't be the center if he don't get these shotgun snaps right. Just in case you haven't heard, they say he's struggling with snapping out of the shotgun position. See what I'm saying? And obviously he hasn't done that often, or at least to the point where he's just 1,000% comfortable. He's not as good as Brock Hoffman is as far as shotgun, but Brock Hoffman is having an outstanding training camp. I told y'all before the draft now, remember, everybody was talking about Brock Hoffman being the starter anyway. But the Dallas Morning News was doing features, articles just on him. Everybody was talking about Brock Hoffman. Then when BB got drafted, everybody wanted to put BB above him. And who knows, it very well may be the case. What we did hear about BB so far during training camp is that he is outstanding in run blocking. That ain't no surprise. Not to me. Because we should already have figured that BB was going to be knocking people out and moving people out the way and creating huge holes. Because that's what he really is. That's why I say, obviously he's more of a guard than there. So for those that have said he's our starting center, you might want to hold up for just a minute now. And of course, preseason is going to tell us that. But it don't mean he's throwing, hiking the ball over Dak's head. It very well may mean that the snap is not hitting Dak dead center. Dak may have to bend down and get one or two every now and then, or it's just not clean. You ain't got time to experiment. You don't have time to experiment. Of course, you got time to work and get better, and we got a long way to go before week 1 get here. And I'm quite sure he will be better than what he is now. But as of right now, he's not on that level as far as snapping the ball from shotgun position. That was the reports that came out. That's what people who are watching the practice are saying. They ain't saying he trash. It's just that it's just not natural for him. He's got to work from center position. From down. With the quarterback right under him. Obviously, he can do that. But as of right now, Brock Hoffman is a better center than BB is. That's just the truth. So hold up a minute before you anoint him as your center. Y'all penciled him in as soon as he got drafted. I'm telling you, hold up. They love Brock Hoffman now. They love him. I personally liked Brock Hoffman last year. I thought he played well. I thought Brock Houston played very well last year. He wasn't like no Josh Ball or anything, or Lesko and all them, those guys. He wasn't no trash like that. Hoffman played well. Him and TJ Bass, oh my goodness. They played well last year. Very well. Good tape on them. Real good tape. So I don't, I ain't saying BB not gonna be the man, but I'm saying just hold up. Cause you don't want him to be struggling, talking about he's still struggling out of the shotgun, especially when you know that's what we run. Shoot, here in Dallas, that Prescott stay in the shotgun. We don't need to be worried about is the ball gonna be there? Is he gonna make that move trying to catch the snap, or is it too low? Or we ain't got time to be worrying about that now. I mean, we just don't. But I believe he's gonna get better. We got a whole training camp to go. I believe he's gonna be just fine. I believe he's gonna do well. But as of right now, that is I don't know if it's necessarily a complaint, but that is the book. Let me just say it. That's the book out on BB right now. Is that he's struggling, from the shotgun position. Preseason games are gonna answer that question for us. We'll get to see that together. Preseason, I strongly believe BB will be playing, and we'll get to see how he does with that, since that seems to be the only complaint about him. And so those are the two things that I like so far that I want to talk about. But mainly, everybody listen. I got plenty more to talk about. But Stephen Jones said some stuff that I didn't like at all. But what else is good? Oh Lord, I didn't do that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just not looking. It's not on my personal page. Wow. Oh, okay, I'm not there. All right. I ain't know I wasn't on my personal page. Y'all forgive me, but I didn't know I wasn't on. Didn't know I wasn't on. Oh, forgive me for this thing. Now my little phone acting up. Okay, I'll do it another way. Y'all forgive me here, but I didn't know I wasn't on my personal page on Facebook. My actual name. I didn't know that. Let me get in here. See what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I hope my stuff ain't been hacked. I don't know. Let me show what's going on. All right. Appreciate all you guys that have been with me, of course, with me for these 4 years. If you haven't been with me the whole time, you didn't have to be. You got a seniority as far as I'm concerned, whether you just joined today or you joined the other days. Appreciate it. So the show is 4 years old as of today. Y'all forgive me. I'm trying to see what in the world is going on here. Uh, wow. All right. BB is gonna be all right, Terry. The only problem is, the only problem is, why are they considering my stuff spam? I have no idea what's going on with Facebook. But y'all are here with me, so it's all good. Facebook, are you still with me? Yes, you guys are. Hey, hello to those, whatever, whoever's on Twitter. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, he is. Holding the truth. Yep, exactly. Hey, Marlon, my brother's on here. Marlon Haynes. He been with me for way longer than 4 years. We pushing by 40. Actually, it's longer than that. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Uh, Great friend of mine. Just knowledgeable. Marlon used to be on the radio. Marlon can actually do what I'm doing now. He just don't have the time. Uh, Marlon, great football man, a former coach in his own right. Actually, him and Coach Marv were teammates together. Marlon Haynes and Coach Marv are essentially almost, they talk the same if you know them. Both of them are the same in the fact that if I let them on my show, they'll take over. Coach Marv would take over the show, and Marlon would take over the show. So they they kind of hold back because they kind of respect, that I do it. But if I was to, let me put it this way, if I made Marlon or Coach Marv a co-host, y'all would think that I'm the co-host. They would take over the show. That's just them, though. You know what I'm saying? They're very detailed in their analysis. They're detailed in their response, and they're gonna get it all out. That's just how they are. I personally love it, but this is how they are. But appreciate all of you guys, man. And I'll just go ahead and just get this over with now. Um, Phone line is open. Y'all can go ahead and call in now. Let me turn my phone on so I can hear y'all call. And if you want to call in, the number's right there, just pass. Yeah, man. Coach Marv know football, man. These guys know football. They know it better than some of the people that get paid millions for. They were head coaches or assistant coaches or coordinators. Marlon was an assistant head coach and coordinator. Coach Marv, of course, was a head coach, uh, responsible for a program. Marlon, of course, responsible for programs. They know the game. And like I said, I know Marlon since I was about, my God, 8, 9 years old, I think, 10, at least 10 years old. We played football together. So all of us are over 50 now. So that tells you how long I've known him. Coach Marv, seems like I've known him for 20 years or so. But I know him. Coach Marv just called me and I missed it. We'll call you back, Coach. Let me turn it on here. Let me take my crown off. Coach. Man, I'm trying, man. Thank you, Coach. Love you, bro. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 You out here? I'm sorry, y'all. Um, I don't know what's going on. Y'all forgive me. Let me call him right back. Y'all forgive me for that. Coach is on a nice little roll too. Don't know what's going on today. Let me get to it. Whoever that was from New Jersey, I saw your call, but I didn't want to interrupt that, especially since I didn't know he was on here. No, I think yeah, I lost you for a second, but where the people couldn't hear you anyway for some reason on my end, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So let me ask, first of all, Coach, let me make sure because I hate for you to talk like this and nobody hear you but me. Uh, can y'all let me see? Can you guys just start talking, Coach, and I'll just let you know. I'm about to make sure. Hey, y'all, did y'all hear him? Did you guys hear him then? Type no or yes. I hate to do this. I'm typing it in now. Go ahead and start talking, Coach. Mm-hmm. Coach, they can't hear you. Let me just get you off, and then I'll just say whatever you just said there. Keep going. Gotcha, Coach. I'm right to relay the message. Thank you. All right, I apologize for that. I don't know why my stuff is not acting right today, and I don't have time to experiment and all that type of stuff. So, what Coach was saying was is that he loves the accountability aspect of what's going on in training camp now. In particular, he called out Coach Zimmer and loves the way that the accountability part is there. But he also just said before he hung up with me about the accountability portion of a coach is gone now. I'm sorry. Y'all forgive me for that. He was talking about the accountability of the running game. And bottom line, what Coach was saying was, and coaches, if you still on here, you can type it in. They'll see. If you want to know you're gonna have type in your main point, and they'll be able to see it if I'm not relaying it right. Coach was talking about that uh, because everybody's holding each other accountable, um, and as far as the running game goes, because of the accountability is there, the running game should be better by itself. The talent is there. That's what Coach Marv just said. The talent is there, but the accountability point has at least been taken to a higher level so far. That's something that we haven't heard, in years. I mean, to be honest with you, probably because we have coaches that like to be quote unquote player coaches, um, and in some aspect, one of the things they don't do is hold players 1,000%, to the accountability part. You know, we didn't have that issue with Parcells here. We definitely didn't have that position. We didn't have that position when Jimmy Johnson was here. Um, Jason Garrett was a players type coach. Um, I don't know the level of accountability even when he came to Coach McCarthy, even though he's won a lot of games. But I mean, I don't know. Coach McCarthy knows what to do. I'm quite sure he, says some things, but you know, these guys, you know what I'm saying? And, this may sound elementary or something like that, but when you're a coach and you come from a tree of a good coach, what I'm saying is, if you came under the tutelage of a Bill Walsh or a Bill Belichick or a Jimmy Johnson or a Bill Parcells, their trees usually produce pretty good coaching. Now they may not win like the foundational piece, but it don't mean they're not good coaches. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved Mike Vrabel, for instance, from Tennessee when he was there, of course. But look who he played on. Played on the Belichick all those years. He learned something, so he comes straight in off the football field and go to coaching almost. I mean, like, look where he learned. That's why everybody considers him a good coach. Parcells has a nice tree. Um, you know what I'm saying? These guys, um, Holmgren, Mike Holmgren, these type coaches, they come from good stuff, and so they carried on. Zimmer, the reason why I said that, Zimmer is under the Bill Parcells tree. There's one way to learn. Belichick is from the Bill Parcells tree. You see what I'm saying? So when you get these guys who know how to get it done and have won at the highest level, it shouldn't be really a surprise when you hear stuff like Coach Marv was just relaying at the particular time. And this is what's going to separate us. At least I feel more of a exactly the accountability aspect. I'm gonna go ahead and hide this. I'm sorry that my stuff is not right today, but this live, it's live TV, I guess. So, I apologize for that. I don't know why that's the case, but I have it right on the next show. But I agree with Coach on that. At least the little time that I can hear him in my ear, um, we need that. And if all the players, to uh, harp on. No wonder I can't hear. Okay. No wonder I can't hear. Okay, something's wrong. Okay. Anyway, let me keep going. All the players are saying it. They can see the difference. They obviously mean they won there last year. So I don't know what level they're, they ain't just gonna come out and just dog Dan Quinn or their president head coach. They ain't about to do that. But it's obviously something going on there that's happening this year that obviously was not there last year. It still was last year, like 2-3 years ago. I don't know, but it was not there like it was before. So there's something going on, obviously. Okay, I'm looking at something right now. Something's not right. I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is, yeah. But I can't fix it right now. Yep, I know what it is. All right, I'll have it right next show. Okay, so obviously something is going on there this year that was not going on last year, and the only real crazy addition has been Mike Zimmer. It's been Mike Zimmer. So, whatever he's doing right now, it obviously has the players' attention. It has the team's full attention, and they're practicing it, obviously, so far. So we got to go ahead and do it. I just told you, Eastside Harold. I just told you ain't gonna be heard, so you think you're a superstar. Can't get it. You can't be heard right now, Eastside. They couldn't hear Coach, so they won't be able to hear you. And nobody don't want to hear nothing you talking about anyway. So nobody want to hear nothing you talking about in the first place. So you can't get the call. The only person to be able to hear the call Eastside is me. Nobody can hear you because I don't have my stuff right today for some reason. So we'll try it again next time on Monday, actually. Monday at 7 o'clock, you can get in and give your usual nonsense. Because I already know. See, I really just say it because I already know you ain't talking about that. I mean, I already know that. And I'm glad. I'm actually glad that I don't have this stuff hooked up right today. Cause see, I didn't want to embarrass you like that. This is a good day today, and nobody want to hear nothing about the Houston Texans. We care less about y'all little preseason game. No one cares. Okay. No one cares about what happened with Houston. And no one cares. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I just answered your question without even talking, period. Y'all understand that. All right. Listen, I appreciate you guys hanging with me, of course. You didn't have to. Thank you. I always say it's thank you, 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 thank you for supporting me whenever you join this train. I appreciate that you joined it. There are plenty of podcasters out, but for some reason you give me your trust by subscribing to the show, whichever platform that you're watching. You didn't have to do it. I appreciate, obviously, that you have. Let's continue to go. Things are about to get real good because uh, season's about to start for long. Uh, well, whoever signed, whoever is extended, whoever is not extended, it don't make no difference. Cleveland is awaiting us. And with every sunset that comes, every sunrise, that comes, we're getting closer and closer to week one. Injuries happen. Sam Williams, of course, is gone. Obviously, we're depending on him a whole lot this year, obviously. He's gone. There's going to be some more injuries. May not necessarily be us, but somebody else going to lose somebody too. This is just what happens during this time. Hopefully, we can avoid uh, the injury bug. Hopefully, we can. I hope that we can very much so. We need to avoid it. And, we will see. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are enjoying the Olympics. SummerSlam, if you're a wrestling fan, is on right now. Uh, Terrence Crawford, I believe, is fighting tonight. Uh, get ready for it. Well, SummerSlam is not on. The pregame show is on. It's going to be there. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 years running. 4 years running. You hear me? 4 years running, thanks to you guys. It is incredible. Major accomplishment. I am a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And our main motto is achievement in every field of human endeavor. Human endeavor. I mean, whatever you do it well. And I believe I have lived up to one of the great mottos of my fraternity, achievement in every field of human endeavor. So I believe I have achieved in this podcast field. And the reason why I have achieved is simply because of you guys. It is because of you that I have succeeded. And I appreciate all of you. And I'm not tired. And I'm having too much fun. Buckling up for this season. Win, lose, or draw. My star still gonna be right in this rightful place, and that's with me. Win, lose, or draw. We're gonna be here every Saturday at 3. We're gonna be here every Monday night at 7, unless the Cowboys, of course, are playing on Monday night. We're gonna do the post-game show. Not doing any watch parties. I'm sorry. I just, cause my story ain't changed. I act the fool too much, and y'all be wondering, oh my God, he really, I ain't gonna give y'all the opportunity to say that. So it won't be no watch parties. I just can't see myself sitting here for 2 straight hours, and all that type of stuff. I just can't see. So won't be no watch parties. Y'all can go watch Coach Marv and Boss and whoever else he has on the show. And I'm quite sure West Coast will be doing his watch party as well. Probably him and Henry, maybe the landlord. I'm not doing it. I just can't. I like to be by myself and watch the game. I'm sorry. It's just the way I do it. I'll talk about it after the show and all that type of stuff. But I appreciate you guys hanging with me. And I'll see you on Monday night, 7 o'clock Central Time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you're on Facebook, please subscribe to the channel. Um, if you're watching on Twitter or X, um, follow me there at Big Time Loot, at Big Time Loot, at Big Time Loot. It's LOU. You can follow me there. And I appreciate you guys so much. 4 years running. I'm happy about it. I'm excited. Uh, found something I love, I guess. Been doing it, you know what I'm saying, but turning it into business. And that's what exactly what's happening. And that's thanks to you. Got bigger and better things coming. We'll see what we can do before year 5. We'll see what we can do before year 5. See what kind of things we can accomplish. Maybe we can get the show sponsored. How about that? Maybe we can get this show sponsored. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Let's see if we can get this bad boy sponsored. That'd be great, though. Y'all tell somebody. Tell your friends. You know, they got a business. I'll do the advertising here. Now, they can do it. They want to do a video. I'll put the video on the show. You advertise your own show. You can do it all. You can do it all. If you're looking for a place, I have somewhat of an audience here. Pretty good, decent size audience here. Product may sell through this show. I don't mind. We can talk about it. I got a good rate. I'll send you the information. Uh, it's simple. All you got to do, I guess, since I'm advertising it, let me go and put this up here before I go. Um, if you want to advertise your business or consider being a sponsor, what I have up here, send it to this. If you want to become one, send me an email on the Big Time Show 3 at gmail.com. The Big Time Show 3 at gmail.com. If you're interested or want to sponsor the show or advertise your business there, you can. I'll send you some information, then we can talk about it. There it is. Big Time Show 3 at gmail.com. Hope someone will consider doing it. It'd be nice. All right. See you guys Monday night, 7:30 p.m. We'll do it again. As we are now on the road to number 5. 5th year. This time next year, we'll be celebrating again the 5th anniversary. If the Lord allow me to see it, we'll be doing this again this time next year. It's going to be awesome, man. Appreciate you, Joe. Thank you so much, man. Now, we leaving out here the same. One thing about me, I've been consistent on how we leave. You understand? We jam our way out of here. We get a little feel good jazz going, and we go ahead and do it. So everybody's already doing it, ain't done it in a while. I need everybody that's still here, go ahead and give me some hand clap emojis. Trust me, you're going to clap your hands, you're going to bob your head. We're going to go out with the music that we started off with. But we didn't start off with that. Let me think that. Let me thank, oh my God, my guy from the Chord Academy who gave me my actual first music. Not my first, actually, my music that I use that you're getting ready to hear now. It was a blessing that he designed it. It's his music. And when I talked to him, I offered him, pay him for it. Obviously, he's an artist in Boston. And the man said, man, you ain't got to give me nothing. You got it. He down, sent the music to an MP4 format and sent it to me. He said, hey, just have it. I said, man, I appreciate you, man. And so I've been playing it ever since. And I appreciate him. All right, I see some hand clapping emojis. Let's go ahead and go. All right. I guess everybody know me by this now. think everybody know me at least by this music. Gerald, my cousin, man. We gonna go and get out of here. See you guys tomorrow. Go to somebody's church tomorrow. And for some of you, if you want to do it virtually, that's fine. Go to church. Somebody's church tomorrow. You gotta wake up. Just turn your phone on. Go to somebody's church. You need that. All right, we out of here. Thanks again. This has been the one and only, the big time show. Now put your hands on it. Get your foot moving. We out. 4 years, baby. Yeah.